it is it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Quarters are oh yeah, it's still best of.
We're still in the
5.
quarterfinals. I know. My mind also goes like, are we in semis yet? We already did 2 matches, but no, it's still best of 5 for those curious. Quarterfinals are entirely best of 5.
Well.
But what a map pool!
Oh wow, this is gonna be such a good match, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start off on a oh my goodness, we're gonna start off on a grass bobsleigh map, then go on to a turbo map. Then we're gonna go on to the only ice map that we have. Then map 15. Okay, map 15 is its own map. And then map 24.
Yep.
This is going to be such... I think this is either gonna finish 3-0 for one team or 3-2. There's no way this only goes for 4 maps. I think this is going to be probably the best series we could have asked for. Now
I want to see this go all the way to the wire. Like just map 5. I want to see map 5. It'd be so hype. It does look like all of the players are able to join into the match. So for those who missed out on it, on Emrys Esports side, we have Bozbez, we have Yakosto, we have Romelius, we have Vekasus, and we have Woofley. The Woofley seems to be disconnected at the moment. And on trio side, the golden trio itself, Vionics, Laurentius, and Giuliano. Very curious to see. Do you have any stats for us? Who is going to do it? I mean, Woofley knows the cut. Don't worry about his internet. He just knows the cut. He just cut the wrong wire. Good. It's fine. It's fine. He thought wireless worked that way.
Well, when it comes to these guys, Golden Trio, actually not too bad on this map. Vionics has the 15th overall best time. Laurentius has the 25th. And on Emrys' side, you have Bozbez on 34th. You have Yakosto on 39th. So it's not exactly a bad map for either team, I would say. But definitely leaning towards Golden Trio, for sure. I would say that they're looking pretty good on this map, though there is missing one player from their team in this top 100. Ooh, Laurentius, Vionics, the only 2 players here. Oh no, Giuliano. Giuliano has for some reason, Vibe as his clan tag, not trio. Okay.
I see. He's just vibing. Gotcha.
So yeah, Golden Trio have all 3 of their players in the top 25, and none of Emrys' players are in top 25. So it's looking likely that Golden Trio take this, but it all depends on consistency.
Consistency is key, and I think with a map like 9, it's a lot of places where you can optimize for speed, and it already starts on the first corner as we go live. Round number 1. This is the quarterfinal match between Emrys Esports and Golden Trio. Very curious to see how these players will do. I mean, this map is going to be all about the pace. We're going to see a lot of bobsleigh sections with players overtaking one each other. Curious to see which will be overtaking who. Golden Trio, we already know the lineup. Giuliano, Laurentius, and Vionics currently in 1st, 3rd, and 4th, though Bozbez gets in between the 3rd place and Yakosto in 2nd. That's not enough for them to win it. They're going to need their teammate, which is Romelius, but Romelius unfortunately gets into 6th place. So for now, we're going to be fielding Vekasus and Woofley. I assume internet issues happening. But regardless, a round win going to Trio. Kicking it off, great times coming in as well with a 30.3. What a way to start things off.
30.33, correct?
Yes.
Top 6 time.
Top 6?
Yes. Giuliano was 0.02 away from PB.
I mean, I'd love to see a PB. I am all in for PB.
Everyone else has PBs on this map, by far, of course.
I mean, right now, though, Emrys Esports may be able to strike back. I'm not sure. Bozbez does have more speed. 136 this time. Striking back trio, Emrys Esports 1-1 and map number 9. I think this is good stuff. I mean, it's a very quick map as well, right? It's just 30 seconds, so I wouldn't be surprised that this is the pace that we're going to see. Maybe we'll see 1 or 2 players fall off in between here and there, but I think 30, 31 times is what we're going to be expecting from these players.
Yeah, Yakosto just PB'd.
Oh, sick! Grats!
he did a 30.616. and his PB is a 30.620. So that is, well, his PB was a 30.620. So that is a PB out of Yakazdo, and he's lagging out. Oh no, Yakazdo was in first.
No, he's there again.
He's there, but he got rubber banded back, sadly. Giuliano will get first place, and Laurentius will follow him up. So that is a 1-2. Good enough for the win once again. It's going to be a very, very tight match. Like I said, this one, I think both teams have a good chance at it, but Trio might have just the extra 2/10 advantage in terms of pace. But definitely more consistency, I think, out of Emrys for so far. So good for both teams, I would say. Both teams still have a very good shot.
Oh yeah, but I do think that 2/10s on a map like this is big. Pretty dang big.
Yes.
I mean, yes, the bobsleigh section, especially this one at the end, makes a big difference as Vionics has a bit of an awkward jump into the final ice section. But you can see Giuliano and Rencius just keeping up the speed, keeping up the pace, a little bit of steering happening until the water decides to yeet Giuliano up. He does get down for 5th in the end. It is a map around win. But that was, flew on the water at the end, as Giuliano says there. That was awkward. That's the only thing that is awkward about 9, right? It's that dive into the water. I don't expect anybody to drive on the side of the pool if you want to be a bit faster, but...
The thing is that time, right, out of Giuliano, right? We said it, 30.33 was a top 5 time. But world record is still 29.9, right?
Oh my word.
Third place is already 0.3 behind. So only 2 players, I think, have successfully done the world record strat. On world record pace. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see it in rounds. Bosbez is going to get sniped! Yes, he is! Oh! Orenzius with the snipe, and they actually wins them the round because it's a 1-3-6. 11 points to their name, and that's exactly what you need. And it's a 4-1 lead. Emrys need 4 rounds in a row, and that's a lot of rhyming I just did.
And if you feel like the poet is coming out, best embrace it as it is right now. The Golden Trio, true to their name, picking home the gold, sniping it just by like mere hundredths of a second. What a photo finish that was, and it's looking like they want to close it out once again. Laurentius in the lead at the moment. Vionics, his teammate right behind Giuliano, trying to get in between. Jacosto overtakes at this current time, but Bosbez and Romelius is just a bit too far behind. Romelius, in fact, has the water be a foe. Jacosto does get into first place, but with the Golden Trio through 3 and 4, they take map number 1. Fall 9 goes their way. They lead the match 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on to 25. I say with the biggest smile on my face. And now, PBs on this map mean nothing. I'm sorry to say it.
25, yeah.
PBs
I don't
on this
think
map
PBs are going to say a lot. I think this was definitely a power play, though. To actively pick 25, that's a power play, all right? That's definitely just, that's saying goodbye to the 2x multiplier. That's the level I would say about picking, going for the ×4 ×5s. That's picking 25, and I'm very curious to see if it'll pay off for Emrys.
I will say, however, that Kazdo does have the fastest time out of everyone in this lobby, with the 27th time of a 101.53. Very, very solid indeed. But as I continue going down, I don't find anyone except for Laurentius at 57th with a 101.7, Giuliano with a 101.7, Bosbez with a 101.7, and that's where everyone pretty much is. Everyone here having a 101.7 as their PBs, practically. Vionics with a 101.8. He's the slowest of the Golden Trio, if you will, on terms of PBs. I don't know if that means he's the slowest in terms of pace, though, or in terms of overall speed. And that's about it. Emrys having only 2 players, though, in the top 100 in Bosbez and in Yakazdo, so I wonder who their 3rd player is going to be playing on this. Is it going to be Vekasus, who has a 101.9? Probably will be.
Might be. I mean, at the moment, Romelius is doing some practice, so perhaps he'll just stay in, but we'll see how that goes, how that'll turn out. I mean, for the Golden Trio, they don't really have that flexibility that, looking at who do we put in, who do we leave out.
Waffly is
I'm very curious to see.
175. I actually don't see Roomless.
He's not in the match though, hopefully, right? Because of the
Yeah, he's
internet,
not in the match,
so.
but I don't see Roomless in top 200. So that's a little bit scary. In terms of that's already a PB 0.5 slower than the majority of players, right?
So, I mean, as you yourself mentioned before, right? I don't think PBs are going to say everything about this, especially with how many places where things can go wrong. I mean, it starts off with that high jump around the 15-second mark. You've got the 3-ring checkpoints happening. What is it? The ice bounce into those 3-ring checkpoints where we've seen multiple players make mistakes by just, their jump being a bit off, crashing into the booster block. Any of those things could happen. It's a very, very, wishy-washy map at times. But as we go live, it's very curious to see who is going to make the jump, who is going to fail it. I think this is where we're going to lose some players right away. Here goes to the first to land. Remelius following in second, Vionics in third, Bospes fourth. Ooh, no, falling down to fifth with Laurentius in fourth instead. Any player having made a mistake, it doesn't look that way just yet. Got some jumps coming in from Remelius and Jacosto in first and second. Vionics and Laurentius are trying to hunt them down as Remelius does have a bit of an awkward corner there, allowing Vionics to overtake. But is it going to be enough in the end? Vionics pushing it a bit more.
Look at the speed he's got. He's got to overtake everyone.
Oh, my word. He just boosts on by. Press B for boost. Is it going to be enough in the end? Jacosto goes a bit wide, and Laurentius may be able to pick up a bit more speed in the end. Able to overtake Vionics. Is going to be enough to take Laurentius? No, it is not. That is a 1-3, but they need the 6. Where is Giuliano?
He's behind, but he's got 10 seconds. Can he do it?
He should be all right. He should be all right.
10 seconds? As long as he doesn't fail this, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's okay for the Golden Trio, then. They pick up a round win.
102s is what you're expecting here, right? You're in a low 101 is what we've seen before. We've seen a 101.7, I think, is what we've seen. That was an amazing time, right?
Yeah.
But we've not seen anyone repeat that, and I don't think we're going to see anyone do a 101.7 again. That's pretty much PB, right, for most of these players here. So I'm expecting just consistent play out of these players. I'm not expecting full risk balls to the wall play.
No, I don't think you need to do that on this map. Unless it somehow gets extremely close, but somehow I think you can rely enough on your opponents making mistakes like Laurentius right there, having an awkward landing, and just focus on getting those lines consistent. Yeah, I agree. And right now, I mean, Jacosto, consistency is key. He is in first, but Vionics is in second. You see Giuliano in third. He's got speed up for days. Press B for boost, as you said earlier, and he'll overtake for second place on top of that. It is a 2-3-5 for Golden Trio. Laurentius, despite his crash, is still in fifth place. Will it stay that way? Yes, it will! And it's another win for Golden Trio. 2-0 for them. 2-0 for that. I mean, good on Jacosto right there with a 102-1. He was really pushing it hard. It's just unfortunate that Remelius, he was getting closer to third place at the end, but unfortunately, just not enough speed, right? Just a bit too much distance. That he was unable to take it.
That Roomless, that's out.
Yeah, a bit of a slow down, but he's still in. He's still in.
It's Jacosto. Jacosto's full out.
Ooh, Jacosto is full out. It's a 2v3 right now. And again,
he can't finish. Jacosto can't finish.
Is he completely out? Ooh. All right, well, we're just going to have to take a look at the front. I mean, the front is looking good right now for Emrys right now, with Vionics having an awkward landing and crashing into the corner right there. Bospes and Remelius first and second place, while Laurentius is trying to catch up. Has more speed, does not release through the slalom, and he has shot himself into first. The only boss is a bit close behind, as Remelius is behind by almost a second and a half. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a weird finish. If Laurentius can keep on to first place, this should be good. Jacosto way behind, as you say. Bospes picks in the second. Remelius picks up the third. Giuliano with fourth, and Vionics is set to pick up the fifth.
Oh no, Jacosto getting the engine off and crashing into the. He could have maybe finished, but yeah, no. He is 23 seconds behind. sadly not enough time left on the clock. And I mean, a 102-1 for Lorenzius there, very solid time indeed. But yeah, a little bit of inconsistency showing through. I mean, it is technically speaking the hardest map. It is 25 after all. It is the longest, most technical map. But honestly, 21 is the hardest map to be consistent on. Let's be fair.
Yeah. It's this jump already, right? There's a lot of time to be gained just from this jump alone. And because of its height, yeah, there's a lot of difference that could occur just to having a bit of a higher or a bit of a lower jump. So far, though, Emrys looking like they are setting up an ace. They're very close together right now, with Lorenzius way behind in 6th place. Vionics really the only one in contention to get in between the top 3, driving at the front until the wall ride goes wrong. Lorenzius actually shoots his way forward now.
Yeah, Lorenzius with a lot of speed. He knows he's pretty speedy himself, but he can't catch up. Too far behind. And I mean, he brought it much closer. He's only 0.7 behind when he was 1.2 behind. But yeah, I know, too far behind, and that's a really good, consistent round out of both teams, I would say. 103 normally would, I mean, get you top 3, top 4, right? But 102 is for everyone on Emrys.
The pace is high, and it's really
very high.
It's very, like, you can still save. I don't think saving is a bad idea still, but when the pushing is going on, you can really tell that the teams are just going at it. Like, as long as players are close by, everybody is seemingly risking maybe a bit more than you should, but at the same time, it is single elimination, so I guess that's all you can do, right? Especially for Emrys at the moment, they are behind 1-0 overall, and they are behind on the map as well. So they're gonna have to duke it out to stop Trio from getting another map win. Right now, though, Yacosto in the lead, Lorenzius and Giuliano in 2nd and 3rd place. Ooh. Though falling behind, Rumilius actually slowing down there a bit, releasing, not feeling too comfortable with that. So it's going to be a bit of a 2v2 at the front. Fryonics giving us a nice view at the front. Goes in quite a bit, but I don't think he's going to have more speed than Bospez or Lorenzius in the end. That is what I expected. Yacosto and Bospez with 1 entry. Rumilius still needs to get into 6th place if they want a map win, and he has plenty of time to do so.
There he is. Oh man, that was so close. Look at Bosbez. Had either Lorenzius or Vionics get past him, that is a win for
Gold 101.8.
Yeah, that's a really solid time as well. Out of was that Yacosto?
That was Yacosto, yeah.
He's really fast on this map. I mean, he is technically the fastest when it comes to PB, but when it comes to consistency, he has had his moments, but I think every player has had at least one moment so far on this map. Speaking of which, Lorenzius has had them as well, and he's up against Rumelius in the lead. They're the only two right now who are even close to each other and fighting for this win, but Bosbez with amazing ice and plastic section, that will definitely shoot him up to the top 2. But Lorenzius will get past back once again. And Lorenzius here, so much more speed than anyone else. He does not slow down during that slalom part, and he'll catch up to Rumelius slowly but surely. And you can see them both tied now, and Lorenzius will take the lead.
Giuliano crashed into the checkpoint there.
That's so sad. And now look at that. It's Rumelius and Bosbez 1-2. Lorenzius slowed down because of a little bug. And Vionics practically dead. I don't know if he can finish. Giuliano finishes. It doesn't really matter.
I think he DNF'd. Yeah, he DNF'd.
Yeah. No, Giuliano didn't. No, he DNF'd. There you go.
Vionics DNF'd.
Vionics, yeah. He was too far behind. He could not do it.
I mean, maybe comeback, actually. 3-3 at the moment. We are tied up on 25. I mean, Emrys has been fighting back hard. I mean, Yacosto has been the fastest of the bunch, but there have been enough mistakes on Trio side for Emrys to bring it back 3-3. And I'm pretty sure we already saw a crash happen there from Vionics.
Oh, it
seems to be out of the top 5 at the moment. Rumelius, Lorenzius, Giuliano, Yacosto, and Bosbez make up your top 5 at the moment. So Trio is fighting hard. Juliano with a nice exit there as well from the plastic ice section into first. He shoots Laurentius in third place for Trio. So that should be good enough for Trio to bring in the win. They just need Vionics right here to finish, and he is quite a ways behind at the moment.
Oh, but Rumelius, he's got more speed than Juliano. It's going to be tight heading up into the grass slide. Not the grass slide, the slide here. And Rumelius, will he be in the lead? Yes, but does he have the speed to keep Juliano behind? Yes, he does. Ooh. That is a win for Rumelius. And with Bosbez in fourth and Yakozdo in fifth, we'll get them the win. Vionics once again. He can finish, but it doesn't matter.
Does not. Oh, oof. No, I mean, I don't think it's gonna. Maybe. Nope. Never mind. No. Yep. That pull. And yep. Pull.
Sag.
4-3. Emrys finds himself in the lead. They went from 1-3 to 4-3, and they have 2 opportunities to make the score 1-1. They just need to win one more. So I'm gonna keep my eye on Bosbez right now. Let's see how he does.
This would be disastrous if they lost this map. But right now, it's looking solid. They were looking rough at the start. It's just getting more and more solid right now. Vionics, though, he looked like he was in the lead for a bit there, looking at his POV, but jumps a little too far. And Yakozdo and Rumulus are 1 and 2. But right behind them are the Golden Trio, and Bosbez a little too far behind to fight for said lead. Let's see what happens here.
A bit of an awkward line happening from Trio's side, actually. Everybody not being as fast as you would want, allowing Bosbez to overtake Laurentius there. So he finds himself in fifth.
Someone DNF'd?
Ooh, yeah, we do have DNF from Emrys. No, Rumelius is still in, though. He is in 6th place. He had to reset at some point. I think we're going to have to see a 4-4 scoreline as the Golden Trio goes into 3-4. Yakozdo clocks in a 102-3. But the rest of his team is not close by at all. We're tied up. We're going to round number 9. Is Golden Trio going to make the score 2-0, or is Emrys Esports going to tie it up? See what happens.
Only Laurentius has sportsmanship. Normally when it's 4-4, you write good luck in chat. As a sign of courtesy. Just like saying good luck, have fun, or just have fun, or good luck at the start of any match. But yeah, right now, right here, this is the last round, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you have this one, buddy.
I will take it, and it's looking like everybody got the jump. We've got Laurentius in first. 2, 3, 4 go to all the Emrys Esports players. Are they going to be able to hold on to us and overtake Laurentius? Bosbez is the one doing it along with his teammate Yakozdo. Oh, Juliano comes in to help. Oh no, Yakozdo hits the inside of the corner there, leaving it up to his 2 teammates, Bosbez and Rumelius. This is a bit of an unfortunate one until Juliano actually messes up the slalom. And it's all of a sudden we have a 2v2 going on. Bosbez, Rumelius in first and second, Vionics and Laurentius in 3 and 4. What's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? How's it gonna happen? It's looking like a 1-2 punch to finish off map 25. Bosbez and Rumelius close it out, and we are 1-1.
Oh,
101.8. Nice.
Bosbez and Rumulus, they're not PBs obviously for them, but it was definitely their best time on this map during all these rounds. They kept their best for last, Boney.
They did.
Solid
a bit of an issue on Yakozdo's side. Hopefully he'll be able to get that sorted out relatively quickly. Some PC issues. As Fall 19 is going to be your 3rd map. And it's not going to be your final map either. So, you know, we might be able to see 15 after this. And if we're lucky, we get to see 24.
So there is going to be a pause. Would you like, I don't know, would you like to play a bit, I guess? Since we got to wait for...
I'm not going to play on 19 now.
You're not going to play on 19?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Sure.
I am A-okay. I'm just fine.
Top world record time is. No?
Top world record time?
Top world record time, of course.
Go for it. Who is it? I mean, who is it? Should I even ask who it is?
Would you be surprised if I said Mika?
No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's Mika.
What? I guess I was surprised.
But second place actually surprises me. Right behind him by less than 2/100ths of a second is the Yermu, or the Yermu. Not heard of that name before. I'm not gonna lie. And he's just looking like a regular Joe Schmo player, right? Like he has no gold trophies whatsoever. He doesn't look that amazing when it comes to anything else. So him having a time rivaling Mr. Mika on 19 on his playground is incredible. And he is 4/10 ahead of Icarus, who's in third. So, the Yermu, whoever you are, props to you.
I mean, sometimes you just hunt the map, right? Sometimes you're just in the mood for some ice, right? You just go all out. I don't blame anyone being like, well, I just want to play a full ice map, right? To really get into it. I think this is definitely a good map to practice on and get your ice game on point. I'm pretty sure that for most people who aren't that good at Trackmania, this is probably one of the maps that they did not get a gold or AT medal on.
No, what's funny is that, honestly, I find that 19 is so much easier to get author medal on than, let's say, 21.
21, here's the thing, 19 you can run into the wall 3 times and still get an author medal, right?
Yeah.
On 21, you can do it perfectly and still not get author medal. That's the difference, right? That's what makes 21 so much harder. 19, it's ice, right? Ice is hard to drive for sure. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to just overall driving the map itself, right? 21 technically is easier, but getting the medals, no. That goes to 19. 19 is so much easier to get the medals on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also because it's ice, but at the same time, yeah, like whenever I don't see a random Reddit post, especially at the start of the season, quite a lot of people had issues with 19 because it's ice, right? People are just not used to it, and I think that's also why the ATs, the gold medals, the silver medals are just, slower than what the, I mean, the world record. How much faster is the world record than the AT?
On 19?
Yeah. I think by quite a lot.
11 seconds.
11 seconds. I was about to say, that's the idea that I had.
To be specific, 10.6. 10.6 seconds.
10.6. It's what I expected. Ice is definitely the surface where you can gain so much time. So much time. Like a good ice slide versus a great ice slide is like 2 seconds difference overall, right? If you do all the other things correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive, right? It's just massive on maps like these.
So while we wait for Kazdo to come back, is he actually back?
He is in.
Okay.
Yeah. He seems to be okay. Seems to be ready. Map has been restarted, so the players are just finishing up the second warm up before we go live.
We got 40 seconds. How about we shout out the skins shop once again? We have ourselves some 6 skins that you guys can buy, specifically tailored for the fall season. I know it's winter for a lot of people outside. For me, especially, I got like it's been snowing for the last I want to say 16 hours, and snowplows galore are coming through. So I have a lot of snow, but you can get yourself some skins on the link if you do !skins, and if you buy them, you can get the proceeds of whatever you buy will go directly to the prize pool that these players are fighting for.
Exactly. It keeps growing, and not only do you get a nice skin, the players performing the best will get rewarded even more. And as it is right now, they're all competing extremely well. And it's been a joy to watch the matches so far. In fact, it's going to be a joy to watch 19. We are alive. 1-1 between Emrys Esports and Golden Trio. Let's see which of the players have the best ice slides, who put on their winter tires, and who is out of the running. We already have a couple of players making some mistakes. Lorenzius is looking good at first place with Woofley and Yakosto in second and third. Though Phaonix, look at that slide, a bit more on the inside, but Yakosto going outside allowed himself to have a bit more speed there. Curious to see how this wall ride section is gonna go. We have seen some players making mistakes in the past on this one. Phaonix seems to go a bit too high. does hit the checkpoint, but Remelius overtakes him there. Laurentius picks up the first. Wolfley in second. Remelius decides to go outside of the track somewhere, and his teammate Yokosto does pick up the number 3. Remelius, you just need to drive in. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. If Remelius took 5th there, it would have been okay for Emrys, but instead Giuliano picks it up, and it's a round win for Trio.
Now, that was a 43-9, right? And 43 is what most top players could do on this map, right? So the 41-9 by Mika is very special. 42s are practically impossible, right? The only players who could do it are the people who grind this map, right? You could be a total no-name and get yourself in a top 15 time just by grinding out 19 and getting the perfect time. But 43 is normally what you're gonna see. It's a top 100 time, so very solid there out of I think Laurentius. Yes.
I mean, he's doing a great job again. Look at that. Straight up at the front. Like, he has, like, no contest whatsoever for any of the Emrys players. In fact, 2 of them making a mistake. Only Wolfley alive. He really is having to go for the respawn. But, oh, there you go. There are the trio players. I was about to say, where are the other trio players? Oh, no, Yukelsto gets overtaken there as well. So it's not as easy as that. Wow. I don't know what that start was kind of weird. Valencia's clocking in a 44.2 pretty casually. Wolfley falling behind a 44.4. But everyone else just not really close. I mean, it ends up being a win for Golden Trio, but yeah, that's 19 for you.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we casted this match and not Toro and Eagles. Toro, 5-0 map 22, 5-0 map 13, 5-3 map 15. Goodbye, Eagles. Good night.
Tough to hear for the Eagles players, but I don't think it was wholly unexpected. Though good on the Eagles making it into the quarterfinals. Just unfortunate they ended up facing the number 1 seed of the tournament. I mean, looking at the match itself right now, it's looking like Emrys is doing a bit of a better job. Laurentia is not in the lead as much as he is, but it's Vionics in the lead instead. But Yokosta, Wolfley, and Remelius falling behind. Remelius, bit of a clip. Wolfley slides on in. Get into those DMs. Woo. Vionics messed it up in the end. Gets into 4th. It's very hard to call these because you assume things will happen, right? For those, just opening up the lid of what's going on when I'm saying these things, telling you what's going on and why it might be going on. You assume things are happening. Yeah, you assume consistency, and then everyone slides out. And it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm saying.
Giuliano does have the best time out of anyone on this server with a 43-1, but we're not going to see anything near that, I wouldn't think. There are a few players here that, I mean, when you think about it, right, it all comes down to consistency. PBs don't.
Yeah, no, there goes consistency, as you say.
Right.
We have 3 players left at the front right now, Wolfley, Yokosta, and Vionics.
I mean, Laurentius is somewhat back there.
Yeah, he's relatively close. This is true.
He could still win this round, honestly.
Hey, look at him. Look at that speed. Cargo's bird.
Oh, look at that!
Is he actually going to take first?
Is he going to take it?
Good.
And he will! I called it! What a snipe! Vionics sniped Yokosto!
What a snipe! Oh, and that is a valuable snipe as well. They just need one finisher, and that is Giuliano in 5th.
Oh my goodness, Golden Trio! They're up 3-1, just like they want to be. Oh no!
Who knows? Maybe Emrys again come back.
Scary.
They did it once. Do they do it again? I don't know if it's going to happen right now. Anything could happen. They might be in 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment, but it's 19. Who knows what'll happen? Never mind, Remelius slides out. Okay, no, it's not done. It's not done. Wolfley is lagging behind a bit. Able to overtake Vionics there, actually. Into 3rd place he goes. Giuliano in 1st right now. Laurentius is quite a ways behind, but yeah, with 19, somebody makes a mistake, you have a bad respawn because of the ice, and it's
you can still get a podium.
Right? It flows out of there. Ooh. Alex had a great ice wall there. Is it enough for him to take 3rd place? Wolfley decides to do a 900 right there. With Laurentius in 5th place. That's a 1-3-5. Trio on map point. They have 4 rounds to close it out. Rumelius is really not having a good time. I think that's really what's happening on Emrys' side. Rumelius is not having a good time.
I wonder what his PB is on this. Just for fun, I'm just gonna go down, try to find.
Go on, yeah, check it out.
I'll let you cast this one out just for fun. I'm just gonna go down.
I will keep an eye out on what's going on right now. Lorenzius, Phaonix, and Giuliano in the front until Giuliano decided to, pull out of there. Yacosto going a bit too wide. Rumelius going a bit too, in. A bit too narrow. And we have a bit of an awkward race happening. Phaonix in the lead by a full second at the moment. Woefully lagging behind along with Lorenzius, a second and a half. This could still be good for Emrys Esports if Yacosto could overtake a player there, though. Phaonix, what happened? He just disappeared. I missed it. Woefully into first place. They need to pick up the number 3 spot. Lorenzius crashes at the end as well. Will anybody snipe him? No snipes. Phaonix does not get into third place, and because of that, Emrys will fight another round on 19. What an odd round. What an odd round.
Very odd. I do have to agree.
So a 45-4, that's good. Honestly, 45-4s, I'll drive those.
I've not seen Roomless in top 500. Cosdo is 124th with a 43.7, and I believe it is Wuffly with a 44.09 on 207th. So, I mean, when we say, oh yeah, they're top 200, this is still good for Ice, right? But overall, it's all about consistency. And right now, the Golden Trio are in first, second, and third, though. Phaonix, he's kind of slow. And Yacosto, he's lagging out, unable to catch up for the moment. Giuliano gets overtaken by Yacosto and Wuffly, but Wuffly, he's getting up into second position. Can he catch up to Lorenzius?
No, he does not.
Phaonix! Can you get in time? Yes, he can.
He can.
Oh, just
it was alright, though.
And that's a GG.
That was a great round to close it out. A lot closer than all the previous ones. Golden Trio goes up 2-1 in the match. They have to just win one more map. We're going to go to 15, yeah.
Yes.
15. So I want to see 24. I want to see 24, all right? The 24 is our 5th map. So Emrys Esports are going to have to pick up the pace and, not worry about ice, because instead we have melted ice. It's water. A bit of water. Not enough to really, mess you up.
Can we get a full underwater map for the next campaign, Nadio?
Full underwater map.
Full underwater map. Know how consistent that would be, though? That would be a sick map, to be fair.
Ooh, 15. I have... Oh, so 15, I have a bit of a personal anecdote about this one. Callway in chat, he was like, oh yeah, no, I drove a 44 on this, it's easy. So I decided to drive it, and I suck at the sausage corner. Simple as that. There's so much time to be gained or lost on that sausage corner, depending, because most of this map is doing the first section optimally, right? You're pushing it hard, going through these corners, trying to keep the speed. You've got this engine off block happening right here, and then the sausage. The sausage section at the start, not too difficult, right? You want to make sure you keep your wheels close, not get too much air. But then you've got that jump into the inside of the sausage block. And depending on how your angle is there, it will make or break your second half of this map.
Agreed. And it's all about how fast you are out of that exit, because you don't slow down whatsoever after that, right?
Yes, it's all full speed. Just go, 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 go.
Go, go, go. So whoever has the most speed out of that corner automatically wins, even though there's 15 seconds left of the map, right? It's already ogre at that point, and it's...
Yeah.
It's rough for these players on this map. I would say, out of all the maps, right, that have... this map, it has the most important corner in the entirety of the campaign, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's honest, that sausage corner there, either you hit it great and you keep contact with the road and you don't, get a bit of airtime. You could have the speed that you want, but your angle is a bit off and you drive off of the sausage. You could slow a bit down, keep into 5th gear and get the sausage, or it could be, just worse and you just end up in 4th because your angle is awful.
So, we're not expecting like world record-ish times, right? We're expecting
mid 34s, I think we should expect.
I'd say 44s would be expectable, yeah.
34, yeah, 34s, but not like, yeah, there you go. Bozbez doing a 34.3. That's about what I would expect, right? 34.0 would probably be the fastest one, I would imagine. That's still top 50 time, but if we get a sub 34, that is pretty much PB for any of these players at this point in time. There's only one player in top 50 that's in this match right here. Oh, sorry, two. And both of them are on Golden Trio. Giuliano on 21st with a 33.9, and Lorenzius on 7th with a 33.7.
Well, let's see if it'll pay off in their favor. Right now, we're live. Golden Trio just needs to take one more map to win it outright. It's looking like the pace for the top 5 is pretty similar. No one on Emrys' side really having more speed than Trio, and it's looking like the 1-2 is going to do it just like that. A 34.1 clocked in by Lorenzius. Great round.
That's about the fastest time I would expect, right? I said 34.0-ish would be what wins most rounds.
Yeah,
there you go, 34.1. That's very respectable out of Lorenzius there, considering his PB is a 33.7, right? You'd expect him to be able to drive .1s, even though it's a top 100 time, right? It's very respectable out of him, and as I said it, right? Giuliano and Lorenzius, the two fastest players on this server on this map. Well, they are 1 and 2 once again, but let's see how they do this corner here. Giuliano with a high jump, but look at the speed he gets out of that corner.
Bionics, though, coming in as well.
Ooh, he could actually catch up to Rumelius. Rumelius, he's catching up to Giuliano, though. Was it going to be the snipe? Yes! No, it's not.
It's not. Ooh, it was very close, though.
So close.
100
and
of a second.
Again, another .1 for Lorenzius. It's fast, but it's not surprisingly fast, right? No. Considering his PP.
No, in this case, on Emrys' side, Vegasus made a mistake quite early on, so it was already hard for Emrys to even take that round. But I mean, this is what we can expect from 15. It's high pace, high octane. If you make just the slightest mistake, don't expect to get anywhere near top 3, right? This is not 19. Not in the slightest, and you can see it happening here as well. Lorenzius, though, messes up the sausage a little bit, finds himself losing the grip. Only Giuliano in first place, with Emrys in second, third, and fourth, unless Vionics decides to go a bit faster than Fexus, but it...
Giuliano!
His angles weren't good enough. Instead, we get an ace! Oh, Emrys strikes back, though it was only because of some mistakes happening on Trio's side. Clocking in at 34.0 on Rumelius' side. Good stuff.
Giuliano was up in the lead by quite I think like a Carlin 30, right? That
could have been a 33 maybe even.
That was very close to his PB. He was at least within .1 of his PB.
Ooh.
So very, very close there, but he was pushing it. And I mean, you have to at this rate, right? You know how fast this Emrys team is. You cannot take them lightly, and with Giuliano now, it's still the de facto leader because Lorenzius is out. Giuliano needs to push, and that's exactly what he's doing. Look at how far ahead he is. Bozbez slightly catching up, but it's not going to be enough. It's a 33.91. That is a PB.
Let's go. Grats to Giuliano. Clap us in chat. Good stuff. Very nice time indeed. 33.918.
He PBs by 2,000ths of a second. It's still a PB, right? He doesn't go up a position, but it's still a PB, right?
They still lost a round.
Marioka for 20th place.
Oh man, I mean, when you're driving times like that, you really want your team to be close behind. But in this case, just on the trio side, Lorenzius made an early mistake. Right, Vionics was lagging behind a bit too much. But this time, it's looking like a bit more of the same. For a second there, it looked like Lorenzius was going to be able to keep up with his teammate, but instead, Vionics in third place. The third strikes. There is a lot of slaloming happening on this map, and on that third section, you want to be a bit close to all those cinder blocks, but unfortunately, Giuliano was just a bit too close. Crashes out from first to sixth. And it is a round win for Emrys. Emrys finds themselves in the lead, 3-2.
Yes, they do. Golden Trio having it a bit rough right now. Mostly Lorenzius not being able to stay consistent. He needs
it's really hurting him, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting
You need to be consistent, and there you go. Giuliano is out. That's the first time he makes a mistake, and Vionics and Lorenzius here need to pick up the pieces, or else it's 4-2 in favor of Emrys. And there goes Vionics. He is out. Lorenzius in the lead. He's got fast pace. Vekasu's just behind him. Roomless and Bozbez third and fourth. Giuliano way too far behind. Lorenzius will win the round, but it's all for naught. It's a 34-9. And it's not going to be good enough. It's 4-2. 3 rounds in a row needed for the Golden Trio to win out this map, this series, and go on to the semis. But they need to win 3 in a row. And if not, we go to 24.
Ooh, I mean, I already said, like, I'm personally hoping for 24, but this is a bit of a role reversal happening. Golden Trio went from looking very dominant in the first 2 rounds to, well, looking a bit too inconsistent. It's one mistake and that'll kill your run, and they've made a few too many so far. This time, though, it's looking a bit more like what we've seen in the first couple of rounds with Giuliano, Lorenzius, and Vionics. Very close, tight together, though Bozbez fighting it out for first. And Rumelia is trying to get into third right now with his teammate Vekasus lagging a bit behind, but it's going to be a 1-3-6. That is a round win for Trio. Close round, great round coming in from all the players. And we're not quite done yet with 15.
That is a sigh of relief for Trio there, because that was a clean round. No one made a real mistake, right? It all came down to who had more speed out of the corner. But that is Vionics. He is out. That's Lorenzius and Giuliano now. They need to push. They need to win this one out. They need at least 1 and 3. 2 and 3 will not be enough. Vekasus is still in behind, and he's not dead whatsoever. Giuliano needs to keep this third position from Lumelius, and Lorenzius doesn't get it. He's right beside. Let's see it. Lorenzius, Bozbez. Who has it? Bozbez wins. And there you go! Map 5, we go to 24!
Let's go 24! Oh, that really came down to the wire. 100th of a second between the 2 players. What a round to close out 15. Curious to see how 24 will treat the players.
Oh, let's go! We get to see 24! The last map of today, because we do not go and see what Toro is doing. We already know what Toro have done. They absolutely smashed Eagle Esports. Sadly, there is no double elimination. It is very brutal single elimination at this point of the playoffs. And Emrys right now, they're staying alive in said playoffs. Golden Trio doing everything they can to keep themselves alive as well. Whoever wins this map goes on to the semis. Whoever loses, well, they just go to bed sad tonight, I guess.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah. I mean, not only that, this is the final match of today as well, right? After this, we've played all quarterfinals. This is the last quarterfinals remaining. So we'll see how that'll pan out. I'm just happy to see it go 2-2, down to the wire, the rubber match, to end out this great series so far. We've had some great quarterfinals, some great matches, some great maps, and I'm very curious to see how 24 will treat the players. 24, a map that has been punishing in the past. I've casted this map quite a few times at this point, and there's always something new happening. There's always something new happening. Be ready for some wickets. Get your wickets ready, because we will see some flips. I can guarantee you that right now. You have any intel on how these players might perform, though? I'm curious to...
I mean, here's the thing, right? We're not expecting anything within, what is it, a sub 1? We're not expecting a sub 1 here. No one really only Kargan was able to do it really quickly. He was the only player who was able to do sub 1 every single round. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, no, I do actually.
And yeah, only one player got a sub 1 as well in the rounds. And I do believe it was Bitsy. And right now on this map, I don't think either team has the advantage, right? Like, I'm looking up and down here, and I see none of the players. Lorenzius is at 36 with a 59.6. So I'm expecting no sub-1 times whatsoever here. This is going to be a fight for consistency, just like on 25. Yeah, there's only one player in top 60 that's on the server. Yeah, Cosdo's at 76 with a 59.8. Waffly is at a 59.8 as well on 80th. And everyone else has a 1 minute time. So this is all going to be about consistency, ladies and gentlemen. No one has pace over each other on this map. It's all going to be about pace. Vionics is already out of this one. Waffly is in 3rd, but he's slightly behind. But Bozbez, 5th place, very, very far behind. 0.7 of a second behind of Giuliano and Lorenzius here. Both of them fighting at the top. Very quick times out of both of them right now. Vionics is actually catching up to Bozbez as well, who makes a mistake. Rumulus, he's in 3rd position. And Giuliano, ooh, it looked like he was going off, but he's somehow still alive. But Rumulus, he's just right in there. They're tight. They're inside of each other at this point. Lorenzius is going to win the round unless he fully messes up the ending. Giuliano, he'll probably win this one out because he's got... No! Rumulus jumped over! Had more speed! Landed just at the same time despite having more height. Giuliano gets 3rd despite that fact. It's still a win, but it's a 1-3-6.
Ooh, we're getting close to that sub 1 minute though.
Very.
That was 1 minute point 2. Just a tiny bit faster. We could see a sub 1 minute come in. That would be pretty cool. We'll be pretty tight if we actually can see that happening. Who knows? Maybe Remelius will be the one doing that this time. He is in 1st place, but the rest of the Golden Trio is chasing right behind. Bozbez and Vionics currently fighting it out for 4th place, but not having the best jump. Where is Waffly? I think Waffly is quite a ways behind. Yeah, he is 2 seconds behind. So he is a bit out of running. There's a bit of a 2v3 happening. The Golden Trio strong together. But is it going to be enough to overtake Emrys Esports? It's looking like Giuliano and Lorenzius are in a pretty comfortable lead. Though, Remeli, look at that. Oh no, I would say comfortable. Comfortable is probably not the word I should have used, because I just jinxed it. We're going to get to the wire once more with the jump. Lorenzius looking like he will pick up the 1st place. Remelius having a bit of a better landing than Giuliano. Picks up the number 3, but Vionics at number 5. 135 is what you need to win a round. And we have 2 sub 1s coming in.
Well, I eat my words, and
yeah.
I will say it was...
Giuliano was close as well.
It was Kerberos. You are correct, everyone. Karyan does not play TSCS. It was Kerberos, but yeah, both of them are Swedish, so does it really change anything? 2 top Swedish players, and one of them just came in and just said, you know what? I'm gonna ruin everyone's day. But right now, it is 2-0 for the Golden Trio, and the sub-1s came in through, but right now, it's the crashes that are coming through, and Vionics is the only one who can fight for the lead. He crashes into the wall himself. Roomless, Waffly, Bozbez go off into the sunset without a single person to fight up against them. They just save, right?
I don't know. I think German internet acted up there for a second because I saw 2 players lag out there. And, yeah, no, I guess that's one of the benefits of, having your team spread out across countries. Only one of them will deal with internet issues, maybe. And if, I don't know. Although, to be fair, Waffly and Yakosto both had some issues, so maybe that isn't really fair. Either way, it's ace coming in from Emrys due to these early mistakes and perhaps due to some internet issues on Trios' side.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that you've got yourself... You got to pay the price for those 59s, right? Those sub-1s, so hard to get, right? Only a dozen players have a sub-1. So right now, yeah, exactly. Only 111 players have sub-1. So to be able to sub-1 is absolutely incredible out of these players, and to do it consistently is going to ask your firstborn child, You got to make a deal with the devil for your firstborn child to get it done. But Lorenzius right now, he's on a tear. It's looking like a very solid run out of him, and he's risking it big time. But everyone else behind him is a massive melee. Vionics and Waffly 5th and 6th fighting for that last position. Rumulus and Giuliano fighting for top position now as Laurentius has to go out. He taps out. He's in last now. Rumelius, Bosbez, Waffly, Vionics. Vionics needs to get ahead of Waffly here to get a chance. Waffly needs to fully crash out. Giuliano needs to keep his lead, and it'll be the case because Rumulus here, he's going to land sideways. He'll be a little bit slow. Bosbez will get third. Waffly gets fourth. That's a win out of Emrys. It's tied at 2, but what could have been for Laurentius? He was so far ahead of these players. That was looking like a 59-8.
Would have been very, very cool if he would have been able to do it. I mean, right now, 59-8 Tree is his fastest life, but yeah, it's that pushing, right? And 24 is definitely one of those maps where you can push it hard. There's a lot of time to be gained, but oh my word, is it a tight line to cross as well. I mean, there are so many places where it could go wrong, so many places where you could clip a corner, whether it's this simple jump onto the grass, right? Jumping onto the slanted road with the engine off block. There are plenty of places where you can gain or lose as much time as possible. Right now, the Rumelia is being the one in the lead with the Golden Trio, hand in hand, following right behind, deciding to say goodbye to Rumelius, and Rolensis and Giuliano sneak on a bye. 1-2 is what you need to win a round. Laurentius not having as much speed as Rumelius throughout the 2 jumps. And again, we have a fight for first place. It's going to be Rumelius, it's going to be Laurentius. Either way, both names end with S. They both have 9 letters, and it's very, very easy to confuse the 2. I'm glad I haven't done it so far. Oh, tight finish at the end, but Laurentius the one to close it out with a first place Giuliano in 3rd, and Vionics in 4th. Great round coming in, but a round win
won
for
that,
Golden
but
Trio.
They would have lost the round anyway, right? Because of the 2-3-4 would have come through in that case. But
yeah,
Rumulus lands sideways on that. I don't know if you noticed that. He seems to have one issue, and that's jumping sideways at the finish. Seems to not be able to straighten out his car in time. And I mean, it didn't cost him his team the win in that case, but it did cost him, right, the personal win up against Laurentius. Just missing it out by 0.003, right? That's barely nothing, but that one tiny slide made him lose just a couple kilometers an hour, and that extra speed is all that she wrote. Rumelius in the lead. Waffly was in second for just a little bit, but Laurentius and Giuliano will overtake him. Laurentius and Rumulus fighting for the lead, and look at that, Rumulus has a little bit too much angle, and he'll get the slowdown, trying to land earlier on his right side, doing the same tricks that you do on 14. Laurentius will win the round. Giuliano is in second, fighting with Waffly, but Waffly too far behind. Bosbez is in 4th position. And that is a 1-2. And now in 4 trio. They have 3 maps rounds to do it. If not, Emrys, if they could come back, win 3 rounds in a row, they will go on to semis. But Golden Trio have a golden opportunity. A trio of them, if you will. A golden trio of opportunities.
Do we need a rim shot for all of these puns? But, I mean, either way, you're not wrong in what you're saying. We do see an early crash happening there from Emrys' side, so it may be all she wrote until Vionics decides to do the same. An eye for an eye, if you will. Laurentius and Giuliano currently leading first and second, though Bosbez has been fighting hard for that first place. Woofley trying to get in until Bosbez hits the flagpole. Oh, we went from a 3v2 to a 2v3 to a 2v2, and now we have a 2v1 in favor of Trio. Trio is looking to close it on out, move on to the semifinals. The finish line is in sight. They just have to beat the finish man, Woofley, along with the rest of his team. Is it going to be enough? I think it's going to, unless they mess up the jump. Speed is looking good. Angle is fine, and I think this is lights out for Emrys Esports. Wins it in the end with a 3-2 victory. What a close match. What a great match to behold. And
I'm so happy we
good luck to Golden Trio. Moving on to the semifinals, and we have to say goodbye to Emrys Esports.
I'm so sorry, Bueno, that we gave you the other match. You know? Yeah. Go cast Toro, you know? We're gonna cast the
the Golden Trio Emrys match. He was so happy about it. And then he comes in on map, I think it was the start of map 3, right? Because his game was already finished.
Oh no. That's how it goes sometimes, right? That's how it goes sometimes.
That is how it goes. GG's in chat, GG's in Twitch chat as well. Thank you everyone for coming around. That was an amazing time. 180 people here to witness Golden Trio going to the semis, and now we know who our top 4 is. Ladies and gentlemen, Golden Trio is gonna go in as well as Toro. And we have 2 other teams. Who are they that went through?
So looking at the semifinals, Exaltitaro winning their match, Shift winning theirs. We've got Golden Trio winning theirs, and then finally, if I'm correct, wait, I forget. Was it the DNF Flying Guys? Kind of messed me up because of all the changes. But it was the Flying Guys in the end, winning 3-1. That's how it goes sometimes, right? So we'll see Golden Trio versus the Flying Guys in the semifinals, and we'll see Toro versus Shift as well. So those will be our semifinals. Oh man, I remembered everything correctly. Did I? Yes, please. Let's go.
Let's go.
There's a lot going on in my mind. All right, don't blame me if I say something wrong. In fact, if I do say something wrong, feel free to correct us. We'll keep saying it wrong twice, 3 times, perhaps, and then we'll maybe fix it. You know, it's like a sprint of sorts. For those who know what the sprint is. But yeah, 2 semifinals. Those will be best of 7s instead of best of 5s. Will be happening tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel. So starting off at 12:30 UTC. That's 13:30 CET, aka 1:30. And yeah, we'll kick things off with the semifinals, best of 7, and we'll close things out with the grand finals right after that. That'll be a best of 9.
Just curious, what time are we starting at?
Starting out. Which time zone would you like?
I would like UTC because I can do -5.
UTC is 12:30, so that is
7:30. Okay, it's not that bad. I can wake up at 6:30 tomorrow and be completely.
You better. All right. Otherwise, I'm gonna call you out on stream again. Simple.
Like you did last.
It's very simple.
Oh,
I had a blast with the matches today. We had some nice close matches. We had some Pepega maps as well, right? 19, I will say, was, yeah, I don't think, the moment we got 19, we didn't get a master class from Mika, right, or Alcon, but instead we had a bit of an awkward map. Lorenzius was doing a great job though on 19. I think he was the fastest player of the bunch as well. And overall, a very, very nice close match, right? And that's what I was wanting. That's what I was hoping for. We didn't get the 4-4 in the final map, but, I'll take a 3-2 scoreline.
Honestly, every round was close. You didn't know who was going to win it, right? It was all about the consistency. As I said, these players, they weren't the fastest on that map. None of them were, right? And so it all came down to who was just faster with consistently, right? And I mean that was obviously Giuliano's teammate in of course I forget. Why do I have this slow brain that
I'm bad at names as well. Are you talking about Vianix or Lorenzius?
Lorenzius.
There you go.
Talking about Lorenzius. He was the fastest player by far. He had the pace. Yeah, Cosdo wasn't that bad either on the map. But yeah.
You have to eat your words. We got those sub 1s. We had 2 sub 1s. Giuliano was 1/1000th of a second away. He was 1/1000th of a second away from just a 1 minute flat. So.
Okay. No, but there were 3 sub 1s. One of the rounds had 2 sub 1s.
Yes. Yeah.
Cosdo, I think, had the other one. Right, but Giuliano did get 2 of them. So yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun match, fun to cast. Hopefully everyone in chat enjoyed it as well. Be sure to come back tomorrow for some more matches. We've got the semifinals happening along with the grand finals. To repeat that once more, that is at 12:30 UTC, aka 1:30 Central European time. So check your calendar for that. Make sure to you don't miss out by an hour or anything of the sorts. That would be kind of awful because you could miss out on some great Trackmania action. Be sure to check out the skins. We've got some nice fall skins for you. And if you decide to buy these skins, your payment will go directly into the prize pool. Curious to see how the players will do, how much they will earn. We will be giving away money to the top 3. So the 3rd, 4th place match is going to matter when it comes to both the bronze medal and also a little bit of cash to send you your way despite not winning the tournament. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for now. I want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out, and I'll leave it to Quantum to close it on out.
I'll do a little bit more of pushing since we still have a few people here. If you're not already, follow us on Twitter for more tournaments to come. We are about to announce a new one after TSCS finishes. We also get as well a new channel on YouTube, the Trackmania Esports Clips channel, where maybe you missed out on one of the best moments, or maybe you just wanted to share one of the best moments from the tournament, and any Trackmania Esports tournament for that matter. Then you could just clip it and then ship it off to SRK, who will put it up on the channel. Thank you so much for making that. And of course, the skins, as you said earlier, praise for the prize pool. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along. And tomorrow is going to be a very, very long day. We're going to start at 7:30 a.m. for my time. We're going to start at around 1:30 p.m., obviously, in CET. So let's hope for a wonderful set of matches, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully it doesn't run over TMGLC.
That would be bad.
That'd be pretty bad. But with all these long matches that we're going to get tomorrow, I don't think I'll be surprised. So I'm just going to message Jerry just to be sure that I'm good, you know? But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along. We'll see you all next time.